Mr. Chapman can be heard weekly on a number of radio programs. Unfortunately, he's only on Erskine Overnight once a month, but on the third weekend of the month. But on a number of other sites, he's on every week. And if you want to, I would strongly advise going to those sites because things change daily, and you really should subscribe to theinternationalforecaster.com. The number again, 877-479-8178. 877-479-8178. Give them a call because you're not going to have any better way to protect your investment or find out what's going on in the world. Gold at $950. Bob, I was questioning you at one time when gold was about $450, and you said, buy it. It's going to be a bargain. $950 sounds like a terrible price. Is that going to look like a bargain in another couple of years?
It still is because the central banks, it's $950, $350 right now, and climbing. That's the June contract month. But, the price of gold and silver have been suppressed by the U.S. Treasury, the Federal Reserve, and other central banks. And it just based on inflation, since this is official inflation, mind you, since 1980 it should be selling over $2,000 an ounce. And unofficial inflation would have it selling somewhere around $6,000 an ounce. So they've done their job since 1988, and the game is ending. And once it breaks over 1,000, the pros are going to climb all over it, and then the public will start to come in probably after it crosses 3,000, and it's going very, very high. As you said earlier in the program, in the Hauptbahnhof in Frankfurt, they just put in a machine which will sell different kinds of gold, wafers and coins and things like that, and they're going to put them all over Germany. And it's going to bring a lot of interest into gold and a lot of buying into gold. And incidentally, I know that Hauptbahnhof very well because when I was with counterintelligence, I at one time was stationed in Frankfurt. I used to work in the IG Farben building, and right behind the Hauptbahnhof was Goethe Kaserne, and that's where I stayed. It wasn't a hotel, I can promise you that. And Kaserne means camp. But it was like 2 blocks from my house, so where I lived, and so I know it very, very well. I had to put that in there because it's something I'm very familiar with. But anyway,
one of the things that you mentioned in the international forecast
this year, it may do it very shortly. We don't know, and the central banks are going to try to keep it as long as possible down. The opportunity is unbelievable. Don't miss the train.
One of the things you mentioned in the International Forecaster was that the Bernie Madoff deal was put together. They'll never find the money. It's put together by Mossad and CIA. I got independent confirmation of that from somebody in the intelligence community. 100% correct. Unemployment much higher than we're hearing about. There's so much more. Subscribe to the International Forecaster, 877-479-8178. Always a pleasure and honor to have my friend Robert Chapman on theinternationalforecaster.com. Thank you again.
Thank you. Bye-bye.